the border crisis is deepening. We've got drone footage that shows nearly 1,000 migrants being held under this bridge in Mission, Texas. We visited this bridge when we took the show to the border in late April, as the Border Patrol Union says that COVID-positive migrants are coming into the country day in and day out. That's his quote, not mine. Former Acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker is with me now. And Matt, you've got to give us your take on all of this. It's great to see you this morning. From an AG perspective, a law perspective, what are the consequences of these people breaking the law, 6,000 people a day, to come into Texas, and most of those people are becoming legal right away because they're getting apprehended and then going on their way until they have to see a judge?
Well, and, you know, it's good to be with you this morning, Maria, and it's even worse than that. A lot of them are just being told, here are the addresses of some ICE offices. Please show up at these ICE offices. I think, 10% or a little bit more are actually showing up to those ICE offices. It's sad because, as you know, we worked so hard in the Trump administration to fix all of these challenges, whether it was the Remain in Mexico for the asylum claims, whether it was the Safe Third Country, whether it was the public charge regulations. I mean, we did so much at both DHS and at the Department of Justice. And so to see the Biden administration dismantle the entire structure of the improvements and the changes we made to get the border under control, it's exactly what you expect. You had 188,000 interactions, apprehensions in June of this year, which is on pace for over 2 million people coming to our border. And they're not just coming from the Central American countries that we're used to. They're coming from all over the world. And like you said, they're bringing COVID. They're being released into the country. And it's just, it's quite frankly, it is insane what this Biden administration is doing. And at some point in time, they're going to have to explain to the American people what their policy is and how it makes any sense.
Well, that's right. I mean, that's what I keep saying to myself. I'm thinking, well, what is the goal here? What is the motivation to have wide open borders and have COVID cases up 900% June over June? I mean, COVID in and of itself should be a reason to say, guess what, folks? Our border is closed and you have to come in legally. We give out 1 million green cards a year. We're going to stick to the way we do it legally and not have wide open borders. What is the motivation here? I don't get it. You want to have, you want to have confidence in the leadership of the country, and yet you've got to question this.
Yeah, this is a major failing. We are the most generous country in the world when it comes to allowing people to become citizens of our country. But it has to be organized, it has to be rational, and it has to serve the American people's interests. And so I do not understand, other than you have to assume that what appears to be the policy, which is they want to allow anyone and everyone into our country, and it's going to destabilize the country. It's going to create chaos. It's already created chaos at the border. And like you said, I think it's certainly fueled this last Delta variant COVID outbreak that we're seeing throughout our country, when you have people coming to the country that are just being released that are testing positive for COVID. And don't forget that the law enforcement officers at the border are being now put in tremendous risk for both health and safety with what's happening at the border. It's outrageous, and I'm shocked that right now the mainstream media just seems to be ignoring this crisis.